Hey, bit of a different video today. I thought I'd have a bit of an overview of the game that I'm currently playing. I am playing a game called Matrix Overload Cybermancy. This is played with a deck of tarot cards, and because it's a cyberpunk game, I am playing with the new Shadowrun Sixth World Tarot. These are beautiful cards, and this is how the game is laid out. And so in this game, you have a set of 9 cards that make up your matrix. And as you can see, this is my matrix setup at the moment, with standard tarot cards, but with fantastic Shadowrun art. These 9 cards, when you draw a new card, you can only lay it on top of a card that has a lower value, or the same. So I could put a 7 or greater on here. A 10 is kind of blocked. If you draw a card which is a royal card, something from the higher arcana, it goes on the outside. And so the king is matched to the highest value battens. And then I've got a page up there, another page over there. And if I come down here, I have a queen. And the aim of the game is to kill off all the royals. And the way we kill them off is by causing an overload in the matrix. And if I played a card on this pile, these 2 cards potentially could overload. And then there's certain rules. So king has a value of, I'll look it up. The king has a value of 13, queen has 12, and a page has 11. So say I could play a card on here, I would add up the 9 plus the 8, which would give me 17, which would be enough to kill a normal page. This page actually has a couple of bits of ice on it, so he would be 11 plus 2 plus 3, which would make him 16. So my 17 would kill him off anyway, and so that would allow me to remove that card. And pretty much you go through drawing cards, playing them in the matrix to try and kill off the royals. If you draw a royal, they get put onto the outside of the matrix in the card that best matches their suit. So when I drew the page of blades, they ended up next to the 8 of blades. If you draw a, in this case it's the bastard, the matrix, or an ace, you get to reset some of your piles, which is kind of useful when you want to move characters. The different queen requires a different kind of overload. So a page, you just add them together. With a queen, they have to be of the same color. So in this case, it's the cups and the coins. And if it's a king, they have to be the same suit. So to kill off the king of battens, I would have to have a batten here and a batten here and cause an overload by playing a card there. And we draw the cards one at a time. In this particular game, I've killed off 4 of the royals. Unfortunately, if you draw a card that you can't place on the matrix because it's a low value and you've only got high value cards valid, those get added to a royal of the most appropriate type, so the similar suit, as ice, as a countermeasure, and that adds to their score. So the queen here, who starts at a value of 12, has had a 5 added, and then another 5, that's given her 22. And if any royal gets to over 20, that's considered black ice, and you're basically dead as a hacker. And so quite a neat game, very thematic for the Shadowrun Tarot deck. It's a really engaging game for using a tarot card, standard set of tarot cards. I think there's a version that plays with a standard set of a deck of normal cards. There's also a campaign that allows you to add more of the main tarot cards into the deck and makes the game a bit more engaging. So if you want to have a fun game to play with your tarot deck and you're into cyberpunk, I'd very much recommend you doing a Google search for Matrix Overload, and enjoy.